Full beard, short beard, medium beard, stubble, which one of these beard lengths is going to be right for you? A wide variety of men nowadays want to give the bearded look a shot. So if you're one of these men, which chances are you are if you clicked on this video, then you are probably curious about which one of these beard styles is going to be best for you, your face shape, and essentially what you can handle in terms of overall maintenance and style. So today essentially we're going to be going over the 5 facial hair lengths in detail, starting with being clean shaving and going all the way to a long beard. We're going to define what each of these stages are, as well as the pros and cons of each. So you're going to want to stick around. So let's start with being clean shaven. Everyone has been clean shaven at some point for probably at least 16 years in their life. Being clean shaven is the most traditionally clean and tidy look, but let's be honest, that's not really what we're here for today. The pros of being clean shaven is that it is always in style in some way. And the other pros, you really don't have to worry about beard styling, beard shaping, or maintenance, or any of the beard products that you will need if you have anything like a short, medium, or long beard. The cons obviously are the constant and unending shaving you have to do day in and day out if you really do want to keep that clean look. That and the potential for scarring and things like that the more you shave, which is an actual issue. And that's why it's really important to get a really slick shaving cream or shaving gel, kind of like Volt's Clear Shave Gel, that helps you shave and see all the hairs that you want to get rid of as you're shaving them, and provides just a really nice glide so you're not having to worry about scratches, cuts, or anything like that too often. Okay, now let's move on to stubble. We define stubble as hair that is about up to 3 millimeters in length. Every man's first experience with any kind of facial hair obviously is stubble, because you have to kind of go through the stages before you get to your desired beard length. Stubble is pretty easy to define. Essentially, it's when the hair grows past the surface of the skin, obviously, so you can feel it and see it, but the hair doesn't grow long enough so that it overlaps itself. Skin is often still very visible underneath stubble, and stubble can take anywhere between 1 and 7 days to grow out pretty well. Now, stubble is a particular favorite amongst men who tend to have baby faces because it helps you define your cheek lines as well as your jaw a bit more. Essentially, the sharp lines that you can groom kind of break up the roundness of the face and gives you a much more kind of angular appearance. So the first pro about growing stubble is that it is easy maintenance. You really don't have to do much to it other than manage its growth and trim it occasionally back down to the preferred length. The other pro about stubble is that it's quick to grow. So if you're trying to get back to that stubble beard that you're used to or that you enjoy, then all you really have to do is wait 1 to 7 days. Now, there are some inherent cons to the stubble look. The first one being is that it can often look disheveled if it's not grown or if it's not managed correctly. And this can happen especially when your beard tends to grow unevenly, which many people's beards do, including mine. And the other con about having stubble is that the patchy areas of your beard, the areas that don't really grow as quickly as the other areas do, are really noticeable. And that's because the stubble really hasn't grown out long enough to cover those areas. It's not like a short beard where you're actually hiding much of the skin underneath. You can still very much notice each hair that is missing in a stubble beard. Alright, now let's move on to the short beard length. Now, we're going to define this length as anything between 4 millimeters and 15 millimeters in length. This is probably the most popular beard style nowadays. A short beard can be characterized as having kind of overlapping hairs, but minimally, so that they're still overlapping each other enough to cover the skin underneath, but not really going far beyond that or hanging off the chin or anything like that too far. Now, if genetics permit, all men can have a short beard and can rock a short beard. These short beards are much more kind of desirable in terms of a business professional look. And here's a fun beard fact for you. Studies have actually shown that men who rock beards in service-based job positions actually earn more and have a higher earning potential due to the perceived trustworthiness that a beard gives to that man. Since beards tend to grow at a rate of about 0.5 inches a month, most men can grow a short beard within 30 days. Having a beard that is a bit longer than a typical stubble beard is going to be better for any man who has trouble with patchy or uneven areas of beard growth. And this is because the hairs can overlap themselves now, they can hide the skin underneath, and those areas are not going to be nearly as noticeable. In order to keep that short beard managed and the correct length, you're going to have to invest in an electric shaver, preferably one with adjustable guards or clip-on guards or something that helps you adjust the length of your beard hair. I personally find that a short beard of about 10 millimeters is the perfect length for me. It doesn't get too shaggy or overgrown or anything like that, but it also is not going to be so short that it falls into stubble territory. So what are the pros of having a short beard kind of like mine? And I can attest to all these pros and cons. First of all, having a beard of any kind will hide the patchy areas like I mentioned earlier. Second of all, a beard of any kind also does tend to be more professional and give off a more acceptable kind of business look as opposed to having simply just stubble, which people can maybe look at and assume that you had rollen out of bed or not had time to shave or something, even if it's entirely intentional. Short beards can also just be grown relatively quickly, like I mentioned, between 10 and 30 days. So what are the cons to having a short beard? Well, short beards are susceptible, just like all beards, usually to the awkward growth phase. And that is the phase in which you are trying to grow out a beard, but maybe not all the hair on your face grows out evenly. In this case, what you just want to do is trim down to the length of the shorter hairs until they all have had time to grow out. This will just keep you looking clean throughout the entire process. Short beards also do require constant maintenance and products often. Chances are your beard is going to be short and well behaved enough you're not going to need something like beard balm or beard and mustache wax, but beard oil is always going to help even if you have stubble, as well as a beard brush. And don't forget, you still have to shave with a short beard the areas around your neck and cheeks. Now let's move on to the medium length beard. And this is going to be defined as beards between 16 millimeters and 7.5 centimeters. Now medium length beards actually represent about the point of diminishing returns when it comes to beard length and beard maintenance and how much effort is required to maintain that beard. For example, a shorter beard you can get away with just some trimming every once in a while and shaving your neck and all that stuff, but a longer beard is not only going to require the trimming, but the shaping. You're going to need the shaving of your neck and your cheeks still, and chances are you're going to need to use scissors or some kind of tool in order to get rid of the flyaways, since in a longer, like a medium length beard, flyaways tend to be extremely noticeable. However, medium length beards are awesome at giving your face and your jawline specifically some definition, especially if you know how to shape your beard correctly. And this probably gives you that overall more masculine appearance like you were likely going for if you were deciding to grow out a beard in the first place. So to grow a medium length beard, you're going to have to start with being patient. A medium length beard is going to take anywhere between 1 and 2 months, maybe even longer, depending on how quickly your beard hair grows and how evenly it grows. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. In order to keep your beard looking tidy throughout this entire growth phase, you're going to want to make sure that you constantly shave your neck and your cheek lines. That is going to make the biggest difference in terms of giving you that kind of contrast between your skin and the beard at every stage of the process that keeps it looking clean. And just occasionally use some tiny grooming scissors or something to get rid of the extra stray hairs that you can notice just kind of flying away and sticking out of your beard. Now, medium length beards, interestingly enough, are going to require the most maintenance of all the beards, even longer beards, and that's for one reason. In a longer beard, you typically don't have to worry about your neckline because it's so long that it covers all the hair on your neck anyway. But with a medium length beard, you not only have to worry about shaving your neckline and your cheeks, but doing all the maintenance I mentioned earlier and using beard shaping and sculpting products like beard balm and beard wax. So the pros of a medium length beard are that it helps you better define your jawline. It can help make your face more masculine, angular, and symmetrical. However, the cons are that it by far requires the most maintenance to upkeep, and they tend to get out of shape easily because there's not much weight to pull them down and in line with each other like a longer beard, but there's also enough length that the individual hairs can be very noticeably out of line. And with that, let's move into the final stage, which is the long beard. Now, this is going to be any beard that is 7.5 centimeters and up. First of all, I just want to say that this is how we are defining length in terms of a long beard. The word long is entirely subjective, and you may feel based on what you are used to or have grown up with that a long beard is something different. This is just typically what I think the normal person would define as going from medium to long. And keep in mind that we're talking about the length of individual beard hairs here as well. Now, depending on whether your beard hair tends to be straight or curly or oily or whatever, this just means that two people with 3-inch beard hairs may actually have a beard that look entirely different than each other just because of the way the nature of their hair is. Alright, so in order to pull off a long beard, you're going to want to keep your face shape in mind. A longer beard is going to elongate the look of your face. And also keep in mind that a longer beard really hasn't been so commonly appropriated into the kind of business professional look that a shorter to medium length beard has in today's day and age. Now that's not to say that we think longer beards are unprofessional, far from it. But that is the unfortunate truth of the modern world, so just keep that in mind. Longer beards are going to take an average man about up to 6 months to grow. That being said, everyone's genetics are different. I may take more or less time than someone else. It all just really depends. But keep in mind that after about a year of constant growing, most men will hit a plateau in terms of beard length, and their beard will not continue to grow at the original rate. They will tend to slow down, but they will continue for quite a while afterwards. When it comes to growing a long beard, especially if you're actively growing it, the only thing you need to be doing with your electric trimmer is getting rid of the flyaway hairs, as well as maybe shaping up your cheek line and maybe even potentially blending the length and width of your beard into like your sideburns, for example. Interestingly enough, long beards don't even require the same amount of maintenance that medium length beards do, and that is because longer beards have the weight behind them to keep the beard hair typically heading in the right direction. And you don't have to be worried about your neckline very much. So the pros of a longer beard are that, first of all, they look awesome. Second of all, they require little maintenance. But here are some cons. First of all, they can make you look potentially older. This could be a pro or con. Typically, most men that we talk to think of it as like a con. But the other con that is undeniable about longer beards is that they do tend to hide the jawline, which if it's something that you really want to pronounce, or if you want to make your face seem more angular, it may be something you don't like. So ultimately, the style and the length of the beard you choose is going to depend on really what kind of look you're going for, and your willingness to maintain and do the work that it takes to keep your beard looking clean throughout its stages of growth. Remember, when you're growing a beard, you're going to have to hit all these stages anyway, so nothing is keeping you from planning on growing a long beard, but maybe falling in love with a short or medium length beard in the process and deciding to keep it there. It's up to you. Ultimately, what you will want to do is get some really good beard grooming products that are going to help you and make the whole thing so much easier right off the bat. A lot of people, they get itchiness, they get redness or irritation or breakouts or something like that when they first try and grow a beard because their skin is not really used to it. So you're definitely going to want to pick up some high quality beard oil, maybe some beard balm that will help give your beard a little hold and a little shape, as well as some moisture. But if you're going for that length, or maybe a handlebar mustache or some kind of style, you're definitely going to want to pick up a tin of Volt Sculpt Mustache Wax. Now, that wax is going to give you all the styling and hold that you need, but it's not going to give you any kind of moisturizing benefit. Remember that the beard you choose is going to say something about you and your character, so all we can say is you do you, grow the beard you want, and hopefully this guide helped you out a little bit. If you guys liked it, please hit that like and subscribe button. That would greatly help out the channel, as well as keep you notified whenever we post our other videos. If you're curious about Volt's products, I'll have those linked in the description. You can go check those out for yourself. We've actually got some really cool products coming that are actually packaged in refillable aluminum bottles. Now, this means you don't ever have to throw away a bottle of beard wash or shampoo or body wash or anything ever again. You can keep that bottle, you can get the Volt Eco Refill, which lowers the cost of the product, and you can just refill that bottle until your refill is done. That way, you're only throwing a single aluminum refill pouch instead of the equivalent of like 6 or 7 plastic bottles, and you're getting some premium discounted men's grooming products at a much better cost. I just want to say thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.